You just bought an MP300 D23. You want to know exactly what you should do to your MP300, whether it be a Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't care. These are going to be the best mods you can do. Let's go. Number one, all-terrain tires. I'm talking a decent pair, okay? I've got Falcon Wildpeak AT3Ws. I've used them for 4 or 5 years. If you get something of the same caliber, that's brilliant. If you can't, then you know what? You only can do your budget, but all terrains are very, very important, specifically if you want to go to, certain four-wheel drive areas that are muddy, sandy, beachy, whatever it might be. All terrains are going to be your best bet. They don't have any on-road noise, well, the ones that I've used anyway, and you're really going to see a massive difference in your vehicle performance. Tires are really underrated, and a decent pair of all terrains are going to get you further than a lot of people, okay? And with that, a 2-inch lift, which is the maximum you can legally do, is also going to provide a lot more accessible ground clearance. Won't do that, but what it will do is allow you to fit bigger tires, which in turn gives you more ground clearance so that you don't get bogged in all those big ruts that you see all the GQs just going straight through. You belly out straight away. So if you put a bigger lift, you're going to get bigger tires, and therefore you're going to have more off-road performance. But to be honest, a 2-inch lift and all-terrain tires, that's pretty much all you need to do if you're just starting out forward driving. But in particular, the MP300 really loves a good set of tires. Number two is going to be a throttle controller. Now, I've had my U9 throttle controller in this car since I got it. It was one of the first mods I did, and I can tell you, absolutely unbelievable. I pretty much switch modes on the daily basis: economy, ultimate 9, automatic mode. I use all the different modes because it's so versatile. If you're going off-road, you want that throttle response or you don't want that throttle response, you can chop and change it. You don't need to go spend a lot of money. I would recommend waiting when it comes on to a day sale. That way save a little bit of money, or you can pick it up second hand. Either way, they're about 260 bucks, 250, and it'll be one of the best mods you ever do. You can do that on any four-wheel drive. Some of them you can't, like my old D22 couldn't do a throttle controller because it's a throttle setup. But in these, they definitely love a throttle controller. Let me know in the comments if you've got one and which brand. The next thing is going to be an EGR and DPF delete. Now, I only say this for off-road purposes, whether you're on private land or your own property. You're going to see a lot more reliability if you're turning off that EGR, getting a block or an electronic block, okay? It's going to save your engine. It's going to be more reliable. A DPF delete isn't really necessary, but you can push a lot more power out of your MP300, and they sound off the head, okay? Now, I don't know if I like the sound yet, but for the most part, you're going to see a big power increase, and with that probably comes a tune as well. You can't just delete your DPF without a tune or a delete module, so that's something to keep in mind. But I'm not recommending you do those two mods. I'm simply saying off-road, there's a lot more performance upgrade from doing those modifications. The next one is going to be rear sway bar delete. I've ran a rear sway bar delete in this car for about a year and a bit, and to be honest, I can't tell you what it felt like beforehand. It didn't feel like a huge difference. There was maybe a little bit more body roll, but exchanging a little bit of body roll for the amount of articulation and flex that this rear coil has is definitely worth the upgrade. So I definitely recommend deleting your sway bar. To anyone that's doing it off-road, if you do a lot of on-road swerving and you're kind of a crazy driver, absolutely not, keep that in. But for my case, I'm a pretty slow driver. I like to keep my fuel economy pretty low, and when I go off-road, I get crazy articulation in the rear. So definitely something to consider, and it's pretty easy. That, or you can get sway bar end link extensions or extended ones, and that serves the same purpose. The next mod I'm going to recommend is a secondary fuel filter or a pre-fuel filter. The reason why I'm going to recommend this is because you want to limit the amount of water that goes into your injectors. The injectors in the YS23 Renault engine really susceptible to leaking, which can hurt your engine. I've seen 3 cases when I used to work at Nissan as a technician of holes in piston in cylinder 3 and 4 from a leaky injector, which could have been avoided if the person used genuine fuel filters and also had a pre-fuel filter system to filter out unwanted, dirty, contaminated water in the fuel. Okay, now the Genuine does do a pretty good job of doing this, but if you want that extra peace of mind, if you're doing really remote sort of traveling and touring Australia, then I would definitely recommend it. I personally don't have one yet in this car, so I need your recommendations to what brand is best, a Provent or a pre-diesel brand. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I've seen that a lot of people do this mod, and I can 100% say I've seen the effect of not running non-genuine filters and not running a pre-fuel filter. The last mod I'm going to suggest is changing and upgrading your intercooler / throttle body hoses. Now I know everybody knows about this already, but let me explain a little bit why. All of the intercooler hoses, hot pipes, throttle body pipes, whatever you want to call them, they all use a French style clip and seal, sort of like a seal. It's more of an O-ring, and they're really susceptible to leaking and failing. And you can, if your car's in warranty, get them replaced under warranty, of course. But if your car's not into warranty, or you just don't want to face this issue ever again, then what you can do is you can upgrade them. For example, Plasman have a turbo hot pipe, which is the one that rolls over. The big ass hot pipe goes to your intercooler hose. They have a upgrade. Now the reason why it's upgraded is because it's double sealed on the inside. Okay, so there's 2 O-rings instead of the singular one French style O-ring. Now that's gonna not leak, but it's also not gonna blow off, which is what happens on the throttle body side, and it also blows the sensor that's on it. So I definitely would recommend upgrading the top turbo pipe, 2 of the intercooler hoses, which both use the French style clips, and also the throttle body hose. I've yet to do any of those mods, but if my car was not in warranty and I just picked up a D23, those are some of the mods that I would do. So let me know in the comment section down below what mods you've done. I need to know what pre-fuel filter you're using, because I need to get one in this car. Without further ado, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. And if you want to check out my previous video where I fixed this rooftop tent rattle, click on the screen now.